Onto the line then, the quickest man in yesterday's free training, the Frenchman, 16 years of age, number 25, Seb Tortelli. Michele Phantom beside him, but here is number 68 on that mobile Yamaha, Paul MALIN. Number 4 then, Dave Strybus. Phantom beside him. That's 77, PUZAR, the current leader of the championship, with Jimmy Button, the American, beside him. Everybody waiting there. Tortelli on the inside. Phantom just beside him with room for one rider between. The green flag being made ready. Number 10 in the background, Massimo Bartolini. It's number 7, Frederic VIALLE, the Frenchman, that settles down beside his countryman, Tortelli. Everybody okay, they say. The board will go up. There it is, 15 seconds. This will herald the start of the first ever double-header Grand Prix here in the United Kingdom. 25,000 more spectators have packed in this hillside circuit to witness this. It's history, certainly in the making. Who's it going to be? The gates first. Tortelli, VIALLE, Phantom. Strybus is there beside them. They're going into that first right-hand corner. And oh, they're all down. It's motorway madness. There must be 10 or more riders on the ground there. And I think PUZAR is amongst that group. But it's Paul MALIN, the Brit, 68 that leads. Made good the mistakes of the other rider. It's MALIN from number 2, CHIODI. And the crowd are going absolutely wild. Can MALIN sustain that good start and stay out front? We shall wait and see, but look at this. A rider went down, I think it was 18, Roy Snellingham on the Suzuki that went down, and it was just a question of a deck of cards. They were all over each other. But it's Paul MALIN on the mobile Yamaha, number 68, that has taken good advantage of that, and he leads from CHIODI second. Listen to the horns. Well, this is unbelievable. It's CHIODI then, and VIALLE, and then Strybus. So those are the top 3 at the moment. 44, Ed Steele mixed in amongst that group, but it's Paul MALIN, the Derbyshire youngster. Formerly rode in 500 Grand Prix at the tender age of 17. Finished 4th in the World 500 Championship some years back, switching down to 250s, now to 125s, and this has got to be his greatest moment. Can he stay there? Paul MALIN leads from CHIODI, currently second. Where is the championship leader, PUZAR? He went down in that first corner tumble. There's Strybus, number 4, the Dutchman on the Suzuki. They've picked themselves up from that first corner, and I no doubt we're going to see some tremendous charging. Down the hill, we lost Tortelli as well, I think, in that first corner crash. Jimmy Button may well have been amongst that. There's PUZAR, 77. Well, he must be down in 20th or so place at the moment. He has got a big mountain to climb, the Union Jack, the horns. It's got to be Paul MALIN still at the front. Hoists the bike down those big drop-offs. 15 foot or more out into them. There's a challenge on for second. VIALLE goes into second. CHIODI down to third. It's electric here at the moment. We have seen nothing like this since the great days of Dave Thorpe. Paul MALIN it is then that leads here at the British double-header Grand Prix in the 125 class. VIALLE, CHIODI and Strybus 4th. Well, there's Nathan Shelton just going through. He's 5th place, so that's 2 British riders in the top 10, and we've got another one there. Neil Prince, the Welshman, just gone through. There's number 8, Mauro De Largo, going through. He didn't get a good start. But there's Tortelli, where is PUZAR? The current championship leader, and the answer is there, and he's making way through. He's getting past the slower riders, but it is Paul MALIN, 68, that heads this first Grand Prix leg at Foxhill's Motor Park. CHIODI still 3rd, Strybus still 4th. We're looking back behind that group. Shelton just going through number 20, and Tortelli is on the ground, the 16-year-old French youngster. Not a good start for him here. MALIN absolutely making the best of this. and beginning to pull a small gap over second place man Frederic VIALLE. But look at Strybus. He is a man that is determined to pull through. There is Shelton, and that's Bellometti on the inside of him. So really, it's beginning to sort things out just a little bit. We're still looking back for PUZAR. What sort of progress has he made? And he's on the move. Jimmy Button just gone through there. Could this be PUZAR? Yes, indeed it is. Just about barely read the 77 on the front. But he's got a lot to do, but he leads the championship by a fairly healthy margin. But it's Paul MALIN, and just look at the crowd. Everybody's got a flag, everybody's got a programme, and the air horns are resounding through the valleys here at Foxhill's Motor Park. It's still then VIALLE and CHIODI and Strybus, and Strybus looks to be making a move on CHIODI for third. No doubt, I think Strybus has got aspirations of taking that position away from Alessio CHIODI. He's having a look at it. Here's the man that leads at the moment, the Brit, Paul MALIN. Behind MALIN, it's still the Frenchman VIALLE, then CHIODI, and then Strybus. No changes so far. Can MALIN hang on to that lead? There's Nathan Shelton, number 20. This is a great ride from him. Behind him was Bellometti, but we're back with the leader once again. Hoisted up over the ski jump. Comes around off the wall of death, down where the first start corner is. Paul MALIN, 68, gets the pit board from Steve Dixon, Mr. Spoons' mechanic. MALIN leads on the mobile Yamaha. Behind him, it should still be VIALLE, but here is MALIN. This has got to be one of his greatest days this season. It could be one of his greatest days in his life. Paul MALIN from Derbyshire in England leads the first leg of this combined 250 125cc Grand Prix Championship. These are the 125s. Paul MALIN started his racing career on Kawasaki's. VIALLE coming through. And yes, Strybus has gone to third. Where is CHIODI? The answer is there, down a place into fourth. 61 here, the young Frenchman, Stefan Roncada. He's got Nathan Shelton, number 20, behind him. This is a brilliant ride from Shelton. The rest of the riders trying to make up positions. 37, that's Neil Prince with Jimmy Button behind him. Neil Prince, the reigning British 125 champion. There is PUZAR. He really is on a gallop at the moment. From almost at the back of the field, he's up, I think, into the top 10 now. But Paul MALIN certainly not prepared to relinquish his lead. Quite a large gap now developing between himself and second place man, which was the Frenchman Frederic VIALLE, and still is. Then Strybus and CHIODI. As they go through the spectacular circuit here at Foxhills in Great Britain with the big jumps. It certainly is a picturesque and very exciting circuit to watch from. CHIODI now fourth. Can he get back at Strybus? Jimmy Button, the American 59, recovering from that first corner crash. Button, his first year in European Grand Prix racing. And there is PUZAR behind Button. So PUZAR definitely on the move. Kurt Nickel there with Steve Dixon talking to one of the AC officials. It's Paul MALIN, the crowd are going wild. This 125cc mobile Yamaha with MALIN on it, and Strybus now after second place. VIALLE still there, but Strybus is looking menacing. CHIODI back in fourth and unhurried by anyone. The young Frenchman Roncada still there, number 61, should have Shelton behind him, and he does. Nathan Shelton, a ride of his life so far. Then it's Delago, Bellometti, Ed Seal, and here comes Button. He's 10th. Behind Button at the moment, it's Neil Prince 11th, and here's PUZAR, and he's 12th. So he really has charged through. But it's still the British rider, Paul MALIN that heads this first 125 leg of this double-header Grand Prix, and the crowd are absolutely lapping this up. Look at the gap between first and second. Davy Strybus it is, second place, number 4 on the Suzuki. Then it's Vialle, number 7 on the Kawasaki, but it's MALIN down the hill. The photographers snapping away as MALIN goes over the tabletop. The crowd, look at the Union Jacks. They are absolutely loving this. What an atmosphere. The gap then, it's on Vialle goes back up to second. Strybus back to third. Chiodi still fourth as Strybus made a mistake somewhere. Track conditions absolutely excellent at the moment. They look on. Somebody there, it's Nathan Shelton. The bike has expired on him. He's very upset, and I'm not surprised. One of his best Grand Prix, would have been his best Grand Prix result to date, and the bike's given up on him. But not for this man. Paul MALIN at the moment on the Mobile Yamaha leads this first leg of the 125 Grand Prix in Great Britain. Looking back for second, it was Vialle, but now it's Strybus. So where has Vialle gone? They're chopping places, these two. We're waiting for the next man through. It's Chiodi. Chiodi and then Vialle. So Vialle from second to fourth. He obviously made a mistake somewhere around the circuit, but not this one. Paul MALIN is making no mistakes so far. Hoist the bike down the big hill. The drop-off here at Foxhills are awesome. MALIN it is, on target for a record. If he wins, he'll be the first Englishman to win a 125 World Grand Prix leg in Great Britain. Strybus still there behind him second. Chiodi still chasing third. Where is Vialle? And the answer is there. Well, he looks quick, so possibly he's trying to get back on terms with the Italian. Over the hill, this is DeLargo and the American Jimmy Button. It's a real dogfight between those two. Has Button got the better of him? I think he has up the hill. They go for the double uphill step, and I think Button got the better, yes. And that's PUZAR chasing that group. Paul MALIN, number 68, just listen to those air horns. On his way for his first Grand Prix victory, Davy Strybus, no stranger to the victory rostrum. But Paul MALIN, this certainly is something that's going to be remembered by all of us forevermore. Down the hill he comes, works his way through the chicane, on the uphill section again. Very chalky circuit here in Great Britain. A spectacular Grand Prix circuit it is. Up the hill goes Paul MALIN once again. Dave Strybus can really do nothing about the leader. Just has to sit there and consolidate that second position and the 70 points that he'll get with that second position. Third place man, it's still Alessio Chiodi on the Chesterfield Yamaha. And there is Vialle, Frederic Vialle, number 7 on the Platini Kawasaki. But it's MALIN on the Mobile Yamaha, number 68 at the moment, that has got the lead. And I really don't think by any mechanical or rider error is going to relinquish it. Look at the crowd. Being urged on by the circuit commentators, the crowd are 100% behind him. He must feel so good at the moment. Paul MALIN started his riding career on Kawasaki's, then changed to the 250 category, then on to 125s. Davy Strybus, a former world champion there behind him, second place. But what can one say about this young man? He's come here to his home Grand Prix and he is doing what can only be asked of him. He's winning. Strybus behind him still second. Chiodi, where's Vialle? And the answer is there, beginning to close on third place man Chiodi. And behind Chiodi, it's still the Frenchman Stefan Roncada. There's Button, up to 6 now, Jimmy Button. And behind Button, it's PUZAR, then 7th. That's a tremendous ride from him, from literally dead last. And behind him, number 8, that's Delago. But listen to this, it's the checkered flag, then Paul MALIN wins the first 1-2-5 heat here at the British Motocross Grand Prix. Paul MALIN then 20 points, and something that will be remembered not by just himself, but by everyone here to witness it. Second place then for Dave Strivers. He won't be too unhappy about that. Third place then for Chiodi. We're looking back behind him. Fourth for Vialle. And fifth then for the American Jimmy Button. MALIN celebrates and salutes the fans. Davey Strivers needs a drink. John Haller there congratulates Paul MALIN. Leg one. Paul MALIN! Sébastien Tortelli, the young 16-year-old Frenchman, lead the riders onto the line then for Heat 2. Beside him, number 71, that was Vanton. Here's Paul MALIN once again. Number 68, beside him, number 15, Claudio Federici, PUZAR and Strivers. Two of the veteran campaigners here in this Grand Prix race today. Number 8 there, Mauro Delago. As we wait for the board to go up to start the second heat of this 1-2-5 class. There it goes, 15-second board shown to the riders. They'll spin it round, 5 seconds, the gate will drop anytime during that 5 seconds. We wait, can MALIN do it again? The gate drops, here they come. It's all turn right this time. Chiodi amongst that leading group. It looks like PUZAR and Federici. MALIN there in third, but it looks like PUZAR that's got away first. Yes, PUZAR. Then number 15, Claudio Federici. MALIN is also there. They sort themselves out. There's Chiodi, there's Vialle, there's Tortelli on the inside. On the outside there, number 12, that's Michele Mascio just gone through. I go up the hill for the first time, but the scrap is on at the front. Who's it going to be that comes down the hill first? It's PUZAR, number 77, making amends for that first race, and MALIN is second. Paul MALIN hangs on to second behind the championship leader, PUZAR. Federici behind him in third. Up the hill they go, it's still PUZAR. Now can MALIN get on terms with Xandro PUZAR? He's having a crack at it. Federici. They really are going for this in these opening laps. PUZAR down the hill again. Up and down the valley they go here at Foxhill's Motor Park. MALIN in touch with the leader. He's being urged on by the crowd. You can hear them. There are thousands of air horns being expelled here today. It's still Federici there in third place. Chiodi going through. They scrap Jimmy Button behind that group. Not a good start from the American. Going to have to work hard on this one. They go down, they valley for the first time. But it's still PUZAR. He looks over his shoulder to see who is where and who he's got to worry about. But the man he has to worry about is Paul MALIN. Federici, then Strivers. There's Chiodi. Back in about 6th or 7th at the moment. Button going through. Delago was behind him. There's Federici, Strivers. That looked like number 10 Bartolini going through on the TM. Then Tortelli, Button, then Vialle, then number 11 Balducci. 61 back there with them again, the young Frenchman. Down the hill. Everybody waiting to see what Paul MALIN can do. Can he get past PUZAR? Or is PUZAR wound up from that first race disaster on the opening corner? leads the championship. Healthy points for Sandro PUZAR, on course possibly for another World Championship, and I'm sure Paul MALIN has something to say about that here today. He's still there second. The Mobile Yamaha staying in touch with that Honda. Down the hill, you can see the crowd willing MALIN on. They want him to take PUZAR and go into the lead. Just look at them. Incredible atmosphere. Chiodi goes through over the jump. Then Vialle. Well, someone on the floor. Who is that on the floor? Looks like number 12 that's gone down. Mascio picks himself up, but the battle is still very much on at the front. PUZAR is not able to break away from the chasing Brit. Look at the crowd. Oh, if they could, they'd get out and push him, I think. MALIN, whether he'll decide to go for the all-out win or whether he'll decide to settle for second and take the overall result, well, that's a long way away. Chiodi goes through. That looks like Button behind him. Tortelli sandwiched amongst those two. As they go back up the hill, they turn down the big drop-offs. These riders are getting 20 foot out as they come down. And Strybus is on a mission now in third. He's looking at the back of MALIN's bike. Button gone through Tortelli. And behind Tortelli, that's Vialle. So the two Frenchmen together. They are scrapping for the lower placings, but the battle is certainly not yet run. Strybus closing on MALIN. This will push MALIN on towards PUZAR. Top three along the valley. That's Bartolini on the TM in fourth. Fanton behind him in fifth. And that's Chiodi sixth, then behind it. Then it looks like Frederici. But look at MALIN. With the, and he look at PUZAR, looks across the track to see who's behind him. I shouldn't worry about who's there. It's the man that's right behind you at the moment that you need to worry about. Look at MALIN. Is he going for a pass on the jump? They go up and down almost together. No, but it's no doubt about it. MALIN has aspirations of winning this second one as well. Paul MALIN, unbelievable stuff here from the Derbyshire man. Top Brit at the moment on the day, as far as the results are concerned. Chiodi chasing hard, he can do nothing. There's Tortelli, looks like Frederici with him. Number 15, indeed it is, Claudio Frederici. But down the hill once again comes number 77, PUZAR. MALIN has got it. No, it's MALIN. MALIN's crept through into the lead. He's done it. The question now is, can he sustain it? It's a long way, 40 minutes plus 2. He had a hard race for the first one out, but Paul MALIN has passed the championship leader, Sandro PUZAR. So the Mobile Yamaha man leads again. Look at the crowd, shaking their fists in the air with delight. MALIN it is. If he can win this one, it'll be a back-to-back, second one of his career. He did it in the 500 class. The crowd are going crazy. Look at them. The atmosphere here, there's 25,000 strong people, most of them naturally being British. There's a big contingent over from Belgium and Holland and everywhere. They've come in coaches to cheer on their riders, but they could ask for no better than this. This is superb racing. Paul MALIN leads, the championship leader. Alessandro PUZAR. Then it's Dave Strybus. Then behind Strybus, Bartolini. Then Fanton, number 71. But MALIN leads, and there's a small gap beginning to appear. Has he broken PUZAR's toe? I don't think he has as yet. PUZAR coming under pressure from Strybus. Bartolini, Fanton, Chiodi going through. Then it's Jimmy Button. It's a better ride from the American. Tortelli, number 25. Then Vialle, number 7. Then Federici, number 15. Delago amongst that group, number 8. Unbelievable stuff this is. Some of the finest 125 Grand Prix racing I think we're ever going to witness here in Great Britain. Certainly no one can ever eclipse this. Paul MALIN still leads in Heat 2. Remember, oh, he's made a mistake down at the bottom. He's let PUZAR through, and is Strybus going to get past as well? Yes, he does. Paul MALIN goes from first to third, but I'm sure he hasn't given it up yet. So Bartolini's still there in fourth, with Fanton behind him in fifth. But he doesn't give it up. No, not Paul MALIN. He takes Dave Strybus and moves back into second, to the delight of the crowd. So PUZAR leads. Paul MALIN is second. Dave Strybus is third. And what will Steve Dixon, his mechanic, have to say about that on the pit board? Well, not a lot, it would seem. So is PUZAR now going to try and pull away, break MALIN's toe on his back wheel? Or is MALIN going to find a way back past him again? What a tremendous battle here, and it's going on there. Fanton having a crack at number 10, Bartolini. They may well change places on this lap. PUZAR, MALIN, Strybus, top three. Come on, Paul, look at Strybus having another crack at Paul MALIN. Has he got him on the inside? I think he has. Yes, Davey Strybus goes back into second. Paul MALIN drops to third, and MALIN's not giving it up. He takes the inside line. Unbelievable riding this is from the Englishman. Paul MALIN, oh, he's got the definite bit between his teeth. The bulldog attitude. Paul MALIN's not going to give this up. There's CHIODI going through. Number 8, that's Delago. And Roncada, the Frenchman. Not such a good race this time for him, but nevertheless in the points. Down the hill they come. MALIN is still there second. He will not give this up. PUZAR beginning to pull away. You can see the gap. But I'm no doubt MALIN will continue to try. But if PUZAR gets away, I don't think he'll catch him. But he's having a crack at it. Paul MALIN. Out comes the pit board for PUZAR, being urged on by his mechanic. Steve Dixon gives Paul MALIN the board. Out goes the board for Strybus as well. But the battle now is on for places down for 4th, 5th and 6th. In the lead then, here he is. Alessandro PUZAR, number 77, leads. Paul MALIN, number 68, is second. Behind him it should be number 4, Dave Strybus. It is. Then Bartolini, Fanton and CHIODI. Well, you can really ask no more of anyone of these riders today. They've given it everything, and especially this one, Paul MALIN. Strybus has found his second wind. He's coming back at MALIN again, determined to get that second place from the Brit. Down the hill comes PUZAR. No stranger to winning races. PUZAR, ironically, wasn't going to race in motocross for 1995. He was going to go road racing. Couldn't get a deal, came back to motocross at the latter stages, took a place in the 125 category, and now leads the championship, and there he is. Well, I think a decision probably best made. MALIN, Strybus, then it's Fanton still chasing Bartolini, with CHIODI chasing Fanton. No real changes as yet at the moment as they settle down into the mid part of the race. The crowd haven't given up. They're still... Oh, someone's gone down. That's Strybus. Dave Strybus in the same place that MALIN made a mistake. It's quite a big rut down there. They're dropping off the hill straight into it, and Strybus got it all wrong. Button in trouble. Tortelli goes through. He's got number 7, Vialle, behind him. Let's take a look at that from a different angle. Down comes Strybus, and down he goes, head first, straight into the mud. Looks up to see who's coming down behind him, and it was very nearly number 10, Massimo Bartolini, that collected him. But PUZAR leads, and that lead is beginning to build. There's MALIN, so his main rival, Strybus, has now dropped back. Paul MALIN can settle for second. He'll take the overall result, which will be the first time an Englishman has taken an overall 125 Grand Prix in this country. And for those of you that can remember back 5 years to 1990, when Alan Morrison took the overall result, bear in mind Alan Morrison is Irish, so he's actually British and not English. There's Tortelli up the hill, number 25. They're squabbling for the lower placings now. It's very nearly settled at the front, but there's still points to be earned further down. Delago going through amongst that group, but here is the leader. Alessandro PUZAR, number 77, leads, and you can tell it's MALIN that's come in second. The crowd a little bit subdued at the moment, but I'm sure they'll urge him on as we get into the latter stages. Bartolini, Fanton and Chiodi bring up the next places. There's Button. Jimmy Button, 59, battling with Vialle and Frederici, number 15. Stefan Everts looks on, enjoying the quality of this racing. PUZAR it is down the hill, yet again on target for 20 points and an extension of that championship lead. Malin, number 68. Then Bartolini, number 10 on the TM. Then Fanton, number 71. Then Chiodi, number 2 on the Chesterfield Yamaha. Hoisted up the double uphill lip. Down the big hill they come again. Jimmy Button, 59, but he's under pressure at the moment. Frederici there behind those two. They're squabbling for the lower points, but there's no squabbling at the front. Not at this moment, because this man, number 77, Alexandro PUZAR, has it totally under control. Paul MALIN obviously settling for second place and the overall result. Bartolini, Fanton, top 4, 5th then for Chiodi. 6th then for Tortelli. Great ride for Sebastian Tortelli. 7th for Jimmy Button, number 59. There's Federici, and somebody's gone down in the corner. Is that Strybus again? It is. It's not his day today in this one. Davy Strybus dumps it again. PUZAR then comes around and takes the checkered flag. The adulation of the crowd. He wins the second leg, but this is the hero of the day. Paul MALIN comes second, takes the overall result. History in the making. Let's welcome Alexandro PUZAR.